Preparing for eternity verses. Genesis chapter 3 verse 19 says, "By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken, for dust you are and to dust you will return." Job chapter 14 verse 14 says, "If a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait, till my change comes." Psalm chapter 39 verse 5, "You have made my days a mere handbreadth, the span of my years is as nothing before you. Everyone is but a breath, even those who seem secure." Psalm chapter 90 verse 4 says, "For 1,000 years in your sight are but as yesterday when it is past, or as a watch in the night." Psalm chapter 90 verse 12 says, "So teach us to number our days so that we may get a heart of wisdom." Proverbs chapter 8 verse 23 says, "From everlasting I was established, from the beginning, from the earliest times of the earth." Proverbs chapter 15 verse 24 says, "The path of life leads upward for the prudent, that he may turn away from Sheol beneath." Proverbs chapter 27 verse 12, "A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The gullible goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 2 says, "Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, vanity of vanities. All is vanity." Ecclesiastes chapter 3 from verse 1 to verse 2 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted." Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 2 says, "Better to spend your time at funerals than at parties." After all, everyone dies, so the living should take this to heart. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 8 says, "As no one has power over the wind to contain it, so no one has power over the time of their death. As no one is discharged in time of war, so wickedness will not release those who practice it." Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 7 says, "And the dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it." Ezekiel chapter 33 from verse 4 to verse 5 says, "Then anyone who hears the alarm but refuses to heed it well, if he dies, the fault is his own. For he heard the warning and wouldn't listen, the fault is his. If he had heeded the warning, he would have saved his life." Matthew chapter 6 from verse 19 to verse 21 says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 18 says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Philippians chapter 3 verse 8 says, "Furthermore, I count all things to be but loss for the excellent knowledge of Jesus Christ, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things and count them but as dung, that I may gain Christ." Colossians chapter 3 from verse 1 to verse 2 says, "If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth." Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27 says, "And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment." James chapter 4 verse 14 says, "Yet you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow. For you are just a vapor that appears for a little while, and then vanishes away." 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8 says, "But you must not forget this one thing, dear friends, a day is like 1,000 years to the Lord, and 1,000 years is like a day."